Greetings, fellow beings. I know, this video is kinda late. I slacked a bit in the editing department because I have been having so much fun streaming art and constantly coming up with new stuff to create. I mean, and of course, live stuff, but it's been forever since I've had so much inspiration to create project after project, and without scrapping it. Amazing, right? Which is kind of something I want to talk about today. But first, as you can see, this painting was also done during stream, like the one from the last video. I think for the most part, that's where most of my videos will be coming from now on. I've had way more motivation to paint while streaming. Why? Well, I mean, for one, I'm not by myself. Most of the time. And two, while streaming, I can't just sit there and do nothing. I have to progress till I finish. I mean, sure, I have the free will to just stop and not complete the painting, but where's the fun in that? And I learn nothing if I don't complete it, right? So, here we are. This painting started off with just a pose I liked, and I just had to sketch it. On stream, I decided to play with it and see what it turned into. Slowly, everything started falling into place. This one was a bit uncomfortable though. It was uncomfortable because, well, I really need to practice backgrounds. But then I kept going because I really need to practice backgrounds. In the start of every potential art piece, I always have this weird urge to just scrap it. And before recent years, I would have. It's that fear that the finished product will be nowhere near as to what I would have liked. And it usually isn't, like 99% of the time. However, despite the piece not coming out to the beauty/reflection of skill that I would like to be possessing, it does tend out to come out better than I expected. Because what I want and my expectations are two different things.
But Ash, that means you're saying that you have a low self-esteem and you value your work so low and your skill even lower, blah 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 blah.
Just look. Here's the thing. I know where I rank in artistic skill, and I'm okay with it. I accept that I'm on my own journey, at my own pace, and I will reach the skills I so want, bit by bit. If I can't accept the truth, I would just be holding myself back again. Okay? Be cool? And with any learned skill, failure is gonna happen along the way. There's literally no other way of learning. All artists have bad creations in them, and we just gotta get them out and learn from them. I've said it before. Failure is my friend. It's funny, I've had this conversation before with some of you humans. Most of you are pretty much like, oh yeah, true, failure, learning, progress, woo! And some just like, I don't even know. Okay. So because I said something, for instance, like failure is my friend, those certain few humans will completely turn the thought tables and assume I consider myself an utter failure. How so, you may ask? Like this. So here's me. So yeah, now I say failure is my friend. Bit cool totally since, the person.
So when do you think you will have reached success?
What do you mean?
Well, you obviously labeled yourself a failure and admit you have much to grow, so when do you think you will be successful?
Well, I think success comes in different ways. I'm currently happy just creating, and I'm completely blessed to be in that position where I can create when I want. I mean, is happiness not success?
I'm talking about money.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, how many figures are we talking about that you dream of? And like, what artist do you want to aspire to be like?
Yeah, they did ask one of my pet peeves that I mentioned on Pink episode 2. I hate that question. Well, money, I guess, to be honest, money doesn't really matter. I mean, it does, because I gotta fund my passion and we have bills, etc. But if you're talking numbers, I just want to get to the point where I can give back to everyone who has poured into me. I want to be able to bless loved ones in need. I want to be able to freaking give birthday presents to everyone I know on their birthday. Same goes for Christmas. Usually that answer's not good enough. I don't really remember what the response after that was, because by then I'm really heated inside. But yeah. Okay, so I've dreamt of working for a game development company as a concept artist or an illustrator, but not for the money. I mean, not that I don't like money, okay? I mean, come on. That it's mainly for the recognition. Like, okay, I can say that I'm a AAA+ professional. I feel like I've said this before. But now, things are different. I have a kid who's growing up so fast, and I don't want to miss those special moments and milestones. If I'm gonna work towards that, air quotes, success, it's gonna be on my time. I just slapped my chest. But it's gonna happen. And it's already en route to happen. It started extremely small, doing art, getting commissioned to do random paintings and drawings like once or twice a year. They weren't even that good. Like, I'm not crushing my past self, I'm just stating a fact. And it's been going on from there. Like, Ashtox art is my business now, and I love it. And I am so excited to see what happens in the future. This journey has been a buttload of learning, which means a buttload of failing. If you're wondering what I consider failure, I meant times like working hard on a drawing only to realize how bad it is, making fan art that gets trashed on, getting messages about your artistic mistakes from non-artists, getting lectures on how to be a better artist by non-artists, stopping the creative flow altogether for a long period of time, like weeks and months, stopping because life got in the way, pricing my first few paintings for a show only to be haggled and told they could paint it themselves, being told that my 40+ hours of work isn't even worth $20, feeling so lost during the creation of a piece, not knowing which way to go to create my vision. But it's failures just like these that help us artists move forward. Sure, we can just quit. But with any other skill, if we push beyond the failure, eventually we notice the experience we gained from all that time we put in. We notice we grew thick skin to insults. We learned to swallow our pride and understand that we can learn something from anyone, whether it's how to do something or not how to do something. We learn that life happens and it's okay to stop until we're ready to get back to it. We learn not to devalue our skill just because some broke punks want some freebies and discounts. I remember you broke punks at the show. Okay, I'm calming down. We learned that it put us in situations to find the answer, to grasp that missing bit of knowledge needed to acquire that particular skill we were missing for that moment. So, from every failure, there's a lesson to be learned. I can't stress it enough. I've said it before. I know I'm nowhere near the greatest of artists. But if there is a fellow growing artist listening and watching, and the failure bits are really giving you a what for, don't give up, okay? Each rough moment eventually passes. And when the dust settles, you will have been able to see your growth. And don't compare yourself to other artists. The only artist you should compare yourself to is the yesterday's version of you. Okay, enough sap for me. Closing thoughts on this piece. It's a perfect example of how it's not quite what I originally was hoping to achieve, but it came out much better than I expected. And of course, it was also fun. With every piece, I've learned something new. I say it all the time. Then I hope you guys are all enjoying the process. Also, if I sound a little different, which I believe I do, it's because I'm fully editing on my PC now. Still learning the programs, but it's great. Yeah. This video is a little longer than I anticipated. Awkward. Hang on a second. All right. For those of you who wanted a small and easy way to support this artist, you can now just buy me a coffee. Also, thank you to those who have bought me a coffee already. Every sip has meant the world, and it aids me in creating. And for those who didn't know how, you can send your tip, or as I like to call them, sips, directly through the Buy Me a Coffee app or at buymeacoffee.com/Ashtox. I'll have the link at the end of the video. You have my future thanks. Of course, sending me coffees, tipping, even subscribing or following my socials are in no way a requirement. The fact that you're here watching is more than enough. That's not to say that I don't appreciate the extra love from those who do send the extra love, but I am just so grateful that I can be doing this in the first place. So that's pretty much it for the commentary. I sped up all the footage to the max that I could, and it is still pretty long. But yeah, if you want to stick around to hear my traditional sign off, go ahead. If you don't, well then, I'll tell you here right now. Thanks for watching. Once again, thanks for clicking on this video, listening to me ramble, and as always, thanks for watching. Laters.